Hi guys! Today I'm going to be talking about a very important topic, HRT, Hormone Replacement Therapy. And the reason why I'm talking about this today is because I've had many women come to my practice who are going through perimenopausal symptoms and have lots of questions around whether, is HRT a natural progression that everyone takes nowadays? Is it safe? Are there any ways to manage symptoms more naturally? I'm going to be covering all this today and hopefully make it a bit simpler and easier for you to digest and decide whether HRT is for you or not. Now, during perimenopause, hormones fluctuate a lot and sometimes quite dramatically. And this is normal, they're just responding to changes in the body. However, your sleep, your stress, and your nutrition will impact the severity of these symptoms. And this will shape how you experience this phase of your life. But before we go through the lifestyle habits that can actually help you during this time, I first want to go through, in short, the history of HRT. So firstly, HRT was developed in order to replace the hormones like estrogen that naturally decline during menopause. And it became incredibly popular in the 80s and 90s. It was seen as a solution to protect your long-term health and to kind of preserve youthfulness. But then a major study came out, the Women's Health Initiative, which found that HRT, this type of HRT was actually linked to increased risk of breast cancer, blood clots, and even stroke in some women. So almost overnight, the narrative shifted. So then obviously lots of more research was done on this to understand what's happening. And they found that the timing, the dosage, and the type of hormone really matters. And also your individual context matters. So not all therapy is the same. So the older synthetic treatments were associated with these higher risks, but newer approaches, including body-identical hormones, are designed to more closely match what your body produces. So these would be a safer and more supportive option when compared to the synthetic ones. And the way you take these hormones, makes a massive difference. So oral estrogen travels through the liver, and this puts a burden on it. And this is where the increased risk of blood clots and stroke comes from. However, with the new methods, the gels, the patches, the sprays, this bypasses the liver and it goes straight into the bloodstream via the skin. So this has been shown to be much safer. The stats show, now it varies a little bit, right? But only 15 to 20% of symptomatic women actually go on HRT. So for some women, HRT can be life-changing, for others, not necessary. Now again, this isn't to, promote HRT. This is just to explain a little bit how it's changed over the years. And you should also always talk to your doctor because your individual lifestyle circumstances play a big role here. But one thing to keep in mind, is that HRT is not a magic fix. And a lot of people find more benefits taking HRT and changing their lifestyle to be more supportive. Or a lot of people actually are able to manage them more naturally. And I'll be going through a few lifestyle changes that you can start to adapt today that should help you manage your symptoms and hopefully experience a bit of a better quality of life as you go through this phase. So the first thing you want to do is support your liver. This is key, Your liver is where you process and clear out hormones. And one simple way you can do this is by eating a serving of cruciferous vegetables a day. So this is your broccoli, your cauliflower, your kale. Cruciferous vegetables are amazing to detoxify your liver. And research shows that when you have a serving a day or when you eat them regularly, it can actually reduce the risk of certain cancers significantly. Another one is to improve your gut health. Your gut health is so important, not only for your hormones, but for your mental health, for your longevity, to prevent disease, everything. But it also regulates and eliminates hormones. So you want to focus on fiber-rich foods. So include as many plant foods as you can in your diet as possible. Gradually start to reduce the amount of ultra-processed foods that you have in your diet because this will make a huge difference over time. And also stay hydrated. If you can, drink 2 to 3 liters of water a day and make sure you're having at least one bowel movement. If you're constipated, don't ignore this. And if you're someone who suffers from a lot of bloating, constipation, I actually have a video on this that I put up a few weeks ago and you'll be able to find it on the screen and hopefully it can help you understand a bit how you can improve your gut health. Another one, which is really important, and you might not like this, is reducing alcohol, Because alcohol really puts a burden on the liver. And as I mentioned before, it's really important that we support our liver function to help process and clear out hormones. Alcohol also impacts sleep and disrupts blood sugar, which makes your symptoms worse. Another really important thing to look out for is blood sugar balance. So if our blood sugar is not balanced, if we're having spikes and crashes all day long, this is spiking our cortisol and this impacts our hormones. And a lot of people going through perimenopause and menopause complain about weight gain, and this is one of the reasons why, because unbalanced blood sugar levels can actually lead to fat storage. So a couple of things you can do to manage your blood sugar levels is to add a source of protein or healthy fat to your meals, okay? Because what this does is it slows down the sugar released into the bloodstream to prevent those highs and lows. And if you want to understand this concept a little bit better of balancing your blood sugar with balanced meals with protein and healthy fats, I have a guide in the comment section which tells you how to build balanced meals. You also want to eat your veggies first and your carbs last. And if you can, after having a meal, maybe go for a 10-minute walk or get up and start cleaning the kitchen. This also helps to blunt any sugar spikes. Morning light, okay, if you can, within the first hour of waking, go out and just look at the sky basically, and ideally without your glasses on, because this helps to regulate your hormones, which will lead to better sleep and obviously hormone balance. This one is really underrated. And guys, sleep, really protect your sleep. Your sleep impacts your mood, your cravings, your stress hormones. So even just having maybe a simple wind down routine in the evening, just say, I always go to bed at around 9:30 or 10, and I'll read a book, I'll put on some meditation music, I'll dim the lights, because this helps produce more melatonin in the body when you dim the lights. And also something like magnesium glycinate can be really supportive to help you sleep more deeply. And I tend to recommend magnesium glycinate a lot with my clients. I like glycinate. That form is very absorbable and great for calm and sleep. Our modern farming practices nowadays have really impacted our soil quality, and a lot of our soil is low in magnesium. So unfortunately, most of us are depleted of it. So we need to get it from other sources. And also stress depletes magnesium in the body. And nowadays, unfortunately, most people are chronically stressed. So this could be a nice addition for you. Try to reduce your caffeine intake and try to stop drinking coffee by midday, at least. Another really important thing, right, that we miss is stress. Okay, so if you're constantly in go mode, you're constantly in fight or flight, you're always on the go, you're always a bit nervous, and then your body is not able to balance your hormones properly. So just try to take micro pauses during the day, okay? Do a few belly breaths just to trigger your parasympathetic nervous system, get yourself out of fight or flight. Or do 5 to 10 minutes meditation, or take yourself for a brief walk. Just include a few calming micro habits in your day, and this is really going to help balance your hormones and hopefully reduce the severity of your symptoms. A lot of people tend to undereat during this time because they feel that they might start to be putting on weight, and this is not doing you any favors. Because when your body is in survival mode, if you're hungry and you're not eating, it's not going to prioritize balancing your hormones. And it actually can slow down your metabolism and make you binge eat later on in the day. Try to do strength training 2 to 3 times a week. This really helps with insulin sensitivity and regulating your metabolism. And another thing you want to do, which is important for your overall health, is minimize exposure to endocrine disruptors, because these actually interfere with hormones like estrogen, and you find them everywhere, unfortunately. In your perfume and body lotion, so try find products that don't have phthalates in them. Don't leave your bottled water out maybe in the car. A lot of people leave their bottled water in the car and then it's getting exposed to heat, because then the plastic actually leaches into the water. Try to minimize the use of plastic bottles. Try keep a stainless steel or glass bottle with you. Avoid scented candles and air fresheners. Instead of fabric softener, maybe use white vinegar. That's what I use. And go organic where possible, okay? There's a couple of things you can do. There's no need to obsess, but just be more mindful of minimizing exposure. Now, if you've addressed these foundations and you're still getting mood swings, night sweats, you can't sleep, irritability, your heart is racing, maybe additional support might be needed, right? And talk to your doctor, and maybe he might recommend HRT. Again, it's not for everyone, okay? And a lot of the time, incorporating these lifestyle changes can really make a huge difference during this time. And these lifestyle changes can also make HRT more effective. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to how you feel about it. And hopefully this video helps you make a more informed decision moving forward. Let me know in the comment section. Has your doctor told you to go on HRT? Are you considering it? Are you on it? Has it helped you? Has it not? Let me know in the comment section. I'm keen to understand how it's impacting you. And maybe we can help others who want to learn more about HRT. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like because it helps other women find it. And don't forget to subscribe because I post more on these topics every Thursday. See you next time.